Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful will likely have Steffy Forrester, considering the discovery of a killer stepdaughter way beyond her marriage vows, for better or worse, on this CBS soap. For Steffy, this likely goes beyond worse. Before anything else transpires on Bold and the Beautiful, Finn will likely go for an immediate paternity test. Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, denies any chance that her nephew is the father, but he still cannot shake his thoughts about Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, being his daughter. So he would likely insist on confirmation, one way or another. This likely means another paternity test is on the way. If Finn discovers he's a father instead of an uncle, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messins Wood, and the Forrester family likely play a big part in this storyline. One of the problems to expect is that Finn neglected to tell Steffy about his semi-taboo relationship with his aunt. Despite Poppy's denial this week, on Bold and the Beautiful, John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, still believes he fathered Luna Nozawa. If he is the father, many relationships will change drastically as B&B rolls along. Finn would be the father of a mentally damaged woman in her 20s. Then Lai Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and Jack Finnegan, Ted King, become her grandparents. Shayla Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, also becomes a grandma. Sheila becomes the biological grandmother to a young woman who some may say is a chip off the old block for the woman with 9 toes. But Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messins Wood, likely bears the brunt of this discovery with feelings of anger, shame, humiliation, and betrayal. Steffy becomes the stepmother to a murderer, and her son now has a killer as a half-sister. This might not sit well with Steffy, but it certainly won't sit well with her dad, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. Bold and the Beautiful had John Finnegan unaware that he possibly had a daughter. We learned this week that Poppy and her adopted nephew shared an intimate one-night romp 20-odd years ago. But Poppy assured him back then that when she became pregnant, the baby was not his. But now he's angry, not because he didn't want Luna for a daughter, but because he missed out on her childhood. So if John Finnegan is the father, he will likely step up and own his daughter. This will leave Steffy in a quandary and most likely her father, Ridge, seeing red. Steffy loves Finn, but back when she first discovered that Sheila was his biological mother, their marriage took a hit. Steffy finally concluded that her husband couldn't be blamed for this, but this time it is different. Again, if Bold and the Beautiful confirms that Finn is Luna's father, Steffy Forrester will likely have a fight on her hands. If she decides to stay with Finn, some in her circle will likely warn her against this. First, Steffy will need to work through her feelings of betrayal. Finn never told her that he slept with his aunt. She will likely find that disgusting. But Steffy probably blames Poppy for seducing her younger nephew at the time. Finn describes their encounter when talking with his aunt this week, and she sounded like the predator. Once the word circulates among the characters, Steffy will find too many roadblocks against her staying in her marriage. Ridge Forrester will likely lead the pack, and he won't sugarcoat his words if Finn decides to step into the role of Luna's father. Ridge won't want Steffy Forrester or his grandchildren affiliated with the new killer in the family. Then there's Liam Spencer Scott Clifton. This guy will likely fight tooth and nail to keep Kelly Spencer, Sophia Perez McKinley, away from Finn if he publicly acknowledges Luna as his daughter. So, even if Steffy Forrester bites the bullet and stays in her marriage with Finn in his new daddy role, she might not be able to. If Liam threatens to go for custody of Kelly over this, it could be a game changer for Steffy Forrester on the CBS soap. In the world of soap operas, where love, betrayal, and scandal intertwine like the most intricate of webs, the Bold and the Beautiful never fails to deliver jaw-dropping twists. And in the latest whirlwind of emotions, Steffy Forrester finds herself at the heart of a storm that not even the most seasoned viewers could have predicted. The fiercely independent, deeply passionate, and undeniably powerful Steffy is ready to take her vows once again, but this time, there's an unspoken clause she refuses to utter, a silent omission that speaks volumes. Her marriage is meant to be a declaration of love, commitment, and unity, but there's one thing that won't be finding its way into her vows: any sort of absolution for the man responsible for the death of her stepdaughter. Steffy has faced heartbreak before. She's lost lovers, fought for her family, and reclaimed her place as a Forrester powerhouse. But when she found love again, she never expected it to come with a tragic burden. Her soon-to-be husband may have stood by her side through the challenges, but the shadow of a dark past looms over their future. A stepdaughter gone too soon, a life stolen in a cruel twist of fate, and a man standing at the altar with blood on his hands. These are not elements of a fairy tale wedding. The question remains: can love survive when the deepest wounds have yet to heal? What makes Steffy such a compelling character is her ability to rise from the ashes. Every time she's been knocked down, she's stood up taller, stronger, and more determined. But even the fiercest warriors have their limits. She has fought for love, sacrificed for family, and done everything in her power to protect those she holds dear. Yet, as she prepares to say, "I do," a part of her is screaming, "I don't forgive." And why should she? Forgiveness is not a requirement for love. It's not an obligation written in gold on the altar. It's a gift, one that must be earned. This is the love story that shouldn't have survived. The bond between Steffy and her fiancé should have shattered the moment tragedy struck. Instead, it persisted, pushing past grief and into dangerous territory. Love doesn't always follow logic, and the heart doesn't always align with justice. But as Steffy prepares to exchange vows, the truth weighs heavy. Her love does not erase the sins of the past. Will she stand firm in her silence, refusing to offer absolution to the man she's about to marry? Or will the weight of love and longing bend her to a fate she never imagined? Soap opera weddings are rarely without their fair share of chaos, and Steffy's is poised to be one for the history books. The guests may be smiling, the flowers perfectly arranged, and the world watching with anticipation, but beneath the surface, there's tension so thick it could snap at any moment. Will someone object? Will a shocking revelation send Steffy running from the altar? Or will she go through with the ceremony, knowing that while she may love the man before her, she will never forgive him for what he has taken? What happens next will define Steffy's future. If she speaks now, will she lose everything? If she stays silent, will she be haunted forever by the vows she never truly meant? No matter which path she chooses, one thing is certain: Steffy Forrester is a force to be reckoned with, and her story is far from over.